Hi Crafty Planner, welcome to my channel. I'm Tina. Today I'm going to be talking about the Happy Planner basics. So tips, ideas, and suggestions for you to pick out your planner. Now, if you are new to Happy Planner or if you're thinking about getting a Happy Planner, then this video will be perfect for you. If you have been using Happy Planner for a while, then please continue to watch because I am by no means an expert and any of your tips, ideas, and suggestions are very welcome. So any of those that you have, please put down in the comments below. I love reading all of your tips and ideas, and I'm sure any newbies out there would love that as well. Now, if you're new to my channel, then welcome. Please consider subscribing, hit that notification bell, and that way you won't miss any of my content. If you have already subscribed, then welcome back. The best place to start is to talk about the system itself. The Happy Planner is a disc-bound system, and this little guy right here, this is a disc, and by itself, it's just a piece of metal or plastic with this cute heart punched into it. But when you put them together and you have paper that is punched to fit around the grooves of the disc, then you have an awesome planner system. And that disc-bound system is the main reason why I absolutely love the Happy Planner. When I first discovered this system, I could not believe how awesome it was. I just loved this idea. I had had planners in the past, and they were either like a book bound or a spiral bound. And with those, I mean, they're made the way they are, and you can't take the papers out of them. I mean, you can take them out, but you can't put them back in. Or, and the way that they are made, that's the way they are. So you can't change anything around on those. There are planners out there that do have like rings, and those you can definitely take the paper out and put the paper back in. However, with those, you need to make sure that you lay them on a flat surface. You open it up, you open up the rings, you make sure nothing falls out, take out what you need, close it up, flip it to what you need to, and open the rings, make sure nothing falls out, put the paper in, and then close the ring back up. Okay, not a lot of work, honest, but why do that when this disc-bound system, you open it up, you take the paper out, you flip it to where you want, and then you put the paper in. Nice and simple, nothing's falling out. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to lay it on a flat surface even. I mean, I've changed out paper sitting at a chair in a waiting room, and you taken paper out and put it somewhere else, and you don't have to worry about everything falling out. So when I discovered this system, I was in like awe over it. I just absolutely fell in love with the discs. Now, there are 3 sizes to the discs. There's small, medium, and large. Now, in Happy Planner terminology, it's mini, classic, and extender. Now, your planners are going to come in either the classic or the mini size, and the extender discs, those can be purchased separately. I'm going to talk a little bit more about the discs in a little bit. For now, I'm going to put them to the side, and my first suggestion is to grab yourself a piece of paper. It does not have to be Happy Planner paper. It can be any piece of paper. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to write down what are you going to put in this planner, okay? You're going to want to write that out because if you're thinking about getting a planner for the first time, they're so pretty, you like the way they look, oh my gosh, they look amazing, I really like them, I want one, but what are you gonna put in it? And if you just wanna pick up a planner because of all of those things, and you just wanna, you know, decorate it and make it pretty, then that's fine too. Whatever you want to do with it, it is your planner. However, if your reason, and most people's reasons to pick up a planner is to be organized. So what are you going to put in the planner? Okay. And not only that, but once you figure out what you're going to put in the planner, for example, let's say it's for home. Okay. Let's say it's for work. Let's say you want to carry it with you on the go. Now you want to know, well, where is the planner going to live? Meaning, if it's for home, is the planner going to live like on a desk in an office, or maybe in your living room, or maybe in your bedroom, or in your kitchen? Like, where is it going to live? If you're going to keep it at work, do you have an office at work? Do you have a cubicle? Do you have just a drawer? Maybe just a locker. So where's the planner going to live? Maybe you're going to carry it with you around. Maybe you're a student. You have a tote bag, a little bit bigger situation to carry a certain size planner. Where is the planner going to live? That is very important. And I'm going to talk more about that in just a moment. Main thing for picking out your planner, and actually there's two of them, the layout and the size. Yes, the size of the planner matters. Okay, you definitely want to pick out the right size planner, because where is the planner going to live? Don't want to pick out a planner that's going to be too big if you only have like a little drawer that you're going to keep it in. Or let's say it's a traveling planner. You want to have it with you when you're on the go. How big is your purse? I mean, I am not opposed to buying a bigger purse. I'm never opposed to buying a purse, but do you really want to go out and buy a new purse because you bought the wrong size planner? Probably not. So determine where it's going to live. Now, I'm going to talk about the sizes of the planners, and there's actually 5 sizes that Happy Planner has, 3 of which they've had, and 2 are brand new for 2020. Okay, so I'm going to bring those out. Now, I am starting specifically just from small to large. So this one right here, this is a mini size planner. The mini size, the paper is probably like about a 5x7 size. And if you're not sure what size planner you might be looking at, so maybe you're looking on Instagram or you're looking on Pinterest for ideas, count the discs. 7 discs in the mini planner. So this next size right here, this one is probably the most popular size and the first size that Happy Planner actually came out with. And this is the classic size. Now the classic size is probably about 7 by 9.5 inches. You know, it's approximate. And this one does come with 9 discs. And then this one right here is a big size, and this one's holds an 8.5 by 11 inch paper. And you know, you could just take a regular 8.5 by 11 paper, punch it, and it'll fit in here perfectly. And this one has 11 discs. I'm going to move these to the side. I'm going to bring back this classic size and introduce you to the 2 new sizes for 2020. So we've got this one right here, and this is a classic in length. It's got the 9 discs, but it's like half the size. So this one is a classic skinny. Look how cute that is. Really, really cute. Now I'm going to bring back the mini. The next size I'm going to show you is the length of the mini, but look, it is half the size, almost half the size of the mini. So this one is a mini skinny. It's so cute. A skinny mini. I love it. Oh my gosh. Look at how cute that is. You just hold that right in your hand. So now going back to the big size here, it's perfect if you really want to have like a nice full size, you know, sort of like large notebook, you know, writing surface. You want a lot of room to write in. However, it takes up a lot of space. So something like this, you're going to want to get if it's just like living maybe on a desk, because it is pretty big, doesn't travel very well, but if you want to carry it around, you're obviously going to be carrying a pretty large tote or just carrying it in your hand, honestly. The classic size here, this one is the most popular size, and this is what I have the most of. I absolutely love this size, and all of my classic planners, they live at home. I have many planners, and if you want to check out and see my planner lineup, I'll go ahead and I'll link that for you, and you can see exactly how I'm using my planners and all the planners that I'm using for 2020. And but these all live at home because I don't want to carry this around. I do sometimes carry this size around, but my bag is big enough. I have like a medium size purse, and it does fit pretty nicely in there. So if you have a smaller purse or you don't want to carry such, a big planner for your purse, then you definitely want to get one of the smaller ones. So these three options is what you're going to want to do if you're carrying it around in your purse. Now this one is obviously a little bit bigger, so it does give you, you have more writing space, and it will fit in a medium-sized purse very nice, either, that way or that way. This mini is my favorite. This is my carry around, and that's why I actually have this hard case on top of it. The planner actually looks like that. It's the home body. It's super, super cute. And this fits perfectly in my medium-sized purse, and without it being snug. It's like a perfect fit. Now, if you have a much smaller purse, then you're probably going to want to go with the skinny mini, because this is just really, it's so cute and little. Look at that. It just fits in your hand. It's just adorable. So let's refer back to our list. So you've decided what you're going to put in your planner, and then you have decided where the planner is going to live. So you've decided on a size, okay? Now, the next thing that you want to decide on is the layout. There are 4 different types of layouts that you can choose from. I'm going to go ahead and talk about them in the order of which one's most popular. But before I do that, I do want to point out something. I recently had somebody ask me about the Happy Planner system, and they were a little confused as far as what does it come with? The planners come exactly as they are here, okay? They will all come with your covers, your front and your back, your discs. I'm going to open this up. You're going to have a hello or a welcome page here. You're going to have a year at a glance here. The newer planners for 2020 have these, what I call functional year at a glance pages, and they have a line designated for each day of the year, and the shaded areas, those indicate the weekends. So you've got through June here, and then through December here. And then after that page, and at the beginning of every one of the months, you're going to have a page here. And this page is in the past been called a currently page, but they have changed the format around, and each of the planners will have a little bit different format here. This one right here happens to have a large grid note section, monthly goals down here that are bullet point, and then some special days that are listed, and they usually have the holidays pre-printed down here for you. Then you go into the month, and then you open up the tab for the month, and then you're going to have your month at a glance pages. All of the planners are going to come with this. They are not going to be separate pieces that you put together. I did have somebody ask me about that because she was not familiar with Happy Planner, and I told her, no, you get the planner and all of this comes with it. You can keep it just the way it is, but you do have the option to add paper to it or to take paper out of it, but the planner is going to come in its entirety like this. And if you want to see any of the details of these planners that I am showing you today, you can definitely take a look. I have detailed flip throughs of them, and I'll go ahead and I'll attach a playlist up here for you to take a peek at any of these planners, because maybe you see something here that you like and you might want to pick that one up for yourself. Okay, so now this planner right here, this one is a vertical layout. So I'm going to open this up and show you what a vertical layout looks like. The vertical layout is going to have your notes section here. Then it has the days of the week across the top, and then your planning is done in these columns below there. Now this particular layout has several options as well. They're all vertical, but within the column, there are some different options available. So there are, this one that I have here, this one is like 3 boxes. There are some that have like a shaded box at the top and the rest of it is lined. So if you like the idea of writing within a line, you can definitely, there's something like that out there for you. Some of them are very specific categories. For example, there's faith planners, there are fitness planners, there's wellness planner, there's a happy hostess planner. Those are all set up with like kind of specific categories within the boxes. So for example, I have this wellness planner here. And this one here is sectioned out, but then there's this bottom box has like different topics: reflection, today was, thankful for. And then this side area that just had the notes now has an area like for exercise and, very specific categories and things that you can write in. So there are many of these out there with this type of layout. If you're looking for anything very specific, you can pick up one of those. Now, as far as planning in this goes, you can do many different things. With the boxes that are sectioned like this, you can categorize, like across, you can maybe make that like your work schedule or appointments. Maybe in through here can be like all of your to-do lists, or down here, maybe your kids' schedule, or you can have each section for each child, or maybe your home, your work, and then yourself, or your schedule, maybe your spouse's schedule, maybe decorated at the bottom. You can do so many different things with this. It really depends on what you're going to need the planner for, and then that will help you determine what you're going to put in there. So if any of those ideas sound like they would be something that you would be able to use, then you might want to think about going with the vertical planner. My personal favorite layout is the horizontal. I absolutely love the horizontal layout, probably because ever since I can remember, I've always used a planner and they've always been this type of layout. So this is what I am most comfortable planning in. And this is set up where you've got your days of the week here. So you've got Monday through Thursday and then Friday through Sunday. And then you have a section down here that you can use for notes. Okay, it's like a free section. And there's lines within each day, and you've got that whole section for each day to work with. Now, you can section out the days as well. So you can section them out in 3. You can section them out in 2. You can even do like a quad section in there if you want. Whatever works best for you. And different things you can put in here: your appointments, your schedules, your to-dos. And if you want to use stickers, because the stickers are fun, then you've got plenty of room to do that as well. So, my personal favorite. Now this one here is a dashboard layout. And the dashboard layout, I think, is a little bit newer for Happy Planner, and I love it. I mean, it's an awesome layout. And the reason it's called a dashboard layout is because this half of the page here is set up kind of like in a dashboard sense. It's got your boxes of different categories here. They do have titles on here: errands to buy, calls, emails, bills to pay, focus, that you can easily white out or put a sticker over it and create your own categories. And then on this side is where you have your dated week. Now it starts off with the blank box at the beginning, and all of the dashboard layouts are a little bit different. This one has the Monday through Sunday, and it doesn't have any like category up here, so you can create whatever you want, or you could just, add a colorful sticker on there, whatever works best for you. And then you start, of course, with Monday, and then you go through till Sunday. Now, the area is a little bit smaller, if you will, but I feel like you still have plenty of room in here, because this can be dedicated just for your schedule, your appointments, and it's lined, so you can actually maybe have like, the first line could be maybe your schedule, the second line could maybe be your spouse's schedule, and then the lines below, if you have children, maybe you could put their schedules in there. So that would actually work out nicely for all of your schedules in here. And then on this side, you can categorize each box kind of the same way. So maybe this is for your home. Maybe this is for you that you need to do, maybe for your spouse or for your two children, like maybe you, your spouse, your two children, and then your home. There's different ways that you can definitely use this side and really kind of create your own thing. Just things that you want to do and get done for this particular week, you've got lots and lots of room to write them in. So this is an awesome type of layout. And just again, some ideas, suggestions on how you can use this layout. Now, this next layout is the monthly layout. And you're probably wondering, if you've never seen a monthly layout, well, where are the dates? There are none. Okay, so the monthly layout has got your month at a glance, just like all of the other layouts. So you can use the month at a glance to put your schedules and your appointments, jot them down in the calendar here. And then on these pages, you've got all of this room for different categories. This particular one is laid out monthly goals, check it off, noted. This is a blank section, top priorities, gratitude, and then I skipped the sidebar here, the habit trackers. You can make this what you want. It is like a blank slate in essence to create whatever categories you need to, and this will be for the whole month. Now, if you want to break that down further into days of the week, then the following pages here, you have an area for daily tasks, and they're bullet pointed and they're lined, and there's enough of them here for each day of the week and then an extra one. And then there's also enough here for 4 weeks for the month. So you've got lots of room here to add detailed things that you need to do for each day. All you would have to do is add in the dates yourself, and maybe you just don't need anything, for that particular day, so you don't have to fill it out. And then it concludes with 2 pages of notes. So that is the monthly layout. Now, the 2 new layouts for 2020 actually have different layouts. And they're both the same, but of course this one's bigger than this one here. So just to open it up, in the month itself, you've got your month at a glance, and it's just the calendar here. You do have a notes section in through here, and then you have this functional month at a glance with the lines listed here instead of having the full month with the boxes. And then when you go into the actual week, the dated week, you've got your Monday through Thursday and Friday through Sunday. And this is set up like the horizontal layout, but there are no lines in here. And you do have a notes section at the bottom. And then the same thing is in the mini, except in just a smaller version. And just a reminder, I do have detailed flip throughs of all of these planners that I have been sharing with you here today. So if you want to see those, be sure to take a look at those. So the layouts that I showed you in these 2 new sizes are specific to these sizes alone. The other 4 layouts are going to be found in either a mini or a classic size planner. And I believe that the big planner has them available as well. I'm almost positive that all of the layouts are available in the big planner also. There are just not as many to choose from in the big layout. And there are specific layouts designed for the big layout also. There's memory keeping, and then there's teacher planner. I think there might be a student planner in that size. I'm not sure about the student planner, but I know for sure that there's a teacher size planner and a memory planner in that particular size. Now, I want to go back and talk about the discs, because at the very beginning of the video, I did mention that they come in 3 different sizes. So on the mini planners, you've got your mini discs, and then on the classic, you have your classic size discs. And they do come in various materials. The deluxe planners will come with metal discs, and the regular planners will come with plastic discs. Now, if you want to change those discs up, you definitely can do that, because you can purchase discs separately. Now, they're not available in every single color, or every single color is not available in metal. I personally love the metal discs. That's my preference. But plastic discs are also very nice, and you will definitely have more of a variety in the planners themselves in a plastic disc. Now, going back to the different sizes of the discs that I had mentioned, I talked about the extender disc, and this is really helpful if your planner gets a little chunky, okay? So let's show you an example. I have this planner right here, which is actually, I store filler paper in, but I use the extender discs on this because it's a lot of paper in here. So I love that for this purpose alone. Now let's say you have a planner that you have decided that you're going to keep the whole year, and then you're going to add paper in there and all different kinds of stuff, and that planner becomes a little bit too thick. You're probably going to want to graduate up and get these extender discs. That way you've got a little bit more room for your planners. On the flip side, let's say you don't really want to carry around everything in this planner. Let's say you want to take out some of the months and maybe just put some note paper in there. You can go ahead and switch out those discs and put them on the mini discs, and that's what I did with this planner here. So that's the awesome thing about this system, is you can just switch things out to make them work for you. You could put any size disc on any size planner. Whatever is going to work best for you, you can definitely switch that around, which is awesome. And it just creates a fun way for you to really kind of make the planner your own. Now, I'm going to refer back to our list that we had started at the beginning. And now you've already decided what you're going to put in your planner. Where is the planner going to live? Decided on the size, and hopefully you've decided on the layout. Now, a couple of really important tips that I have discovered along the way. It is very easy when you get to the store to be distracted by how beautiful everything is, okay? So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to bring your list with or maybe look a little bit online and see which of the planners meet all of those list, requirements that you've made up. Because that's going to help you. It's going to help you keep focused once you get to the store, if you want to go to the store and purchase your planner, or even if you want to, purchase it online. So by doing the list first and filling it out, I think it's going to be a little bit less confusing and overwhelming. I know that I personally wish that I would have done something like this when I got my first planner. I actually picked out a really good one, so I was really happy with that. But I have learned some different things with using the planners and being attracted to something that's really, really pretty, and then getting it home and starting to use it and realize, that's not really what I want, Colorful, beautiful pages are very easy to be attracted to, but you have to remember that what are you going to be putting in the week pages? So for example, my horizontal planner. I absolutely love this design. I fell in love with the style, these beautiful tabs in here. But when you open up and you've got, the months are really pretty and the weeks are really pretty, but it has like different illustrations in here, which is fine, and I like them, and they're really cute, and this one's very subtle in this particular month. But maybe, you jump over here, and maybe this is a little bit bigger, and you still like it, but you may not want it like on every single page for that whole month. So these are things to consider when you are purchasing a planner. Once you decide on a layout, then you want to decide how colorful do you want the pages to be. So let's add that to our list. Do you want them to be colorful or not? This particular planner is pretty simple. It's very simple. The colors are very neutral, and I picked this out specifically for that reason. I have discovered for myself that I enjoy something that's a little bit cleaner, more neutral. The black is good. The peach, I would have preferred it were black, but it's okay. I could work with it. These are things that you want to think about, because once you get them home, if you do want to create like colorful, bright spreads, or, this week, but then maybe this week you want something more neutral, and maybe this week, you want it to be like all purple, if you don't have like the slate to work with, then you're going to find yourself covering things up a lot. So that's just something else for you to think about when you're picking out your planner. Do you want it to be colorful or not? And that's within the week itself. The other thing is the color of the discs. I can be very picky. I only prefer neutral discs. Black, a gold, a rose gold, a silver, anything that's neutral, I absolutely love. I've gotten planners that have colorful discs on them, and unless the pages on the inside really go with those discs, I tend to switch them out. I think they're beautiful. They look amazing, especially with whatever cover you might have picked them out, like, on the outside. But when you open it up and you don't like that pop of color down the center, because maybe you have these beautiful purple discs, but you want to make the rest of the spread for that week, like, I don't know, a peach or a green or something that's just not really going to match with that. Depending on how picky you are, I'm pretty picky, you may not like that. So just a couple of things to remember while you're picking out your planner. To conclude, my biggest tip, make a list, okay? I am big with making lists. It is so important for me to make a list. It's like I can't function without a list. And this is the best, honestly, I feel the best way to make really any decision. Let me know what planner you pick out for yourself. I would love to hear about it. I always love planner chat, so please comment below and share with me which planner you picked up for yourself or are thinking about picking up for yourself. It is never too late or too soon to pick yourself up a planner. I hope that you found this video useful. I know when I first started using the Happy Planner, I think I probably watched one video just to get a little bit of an idea, and I took one tip from that video, and it was a super important tip. Don't buy the planner because you're in love with the cover, okay? My very first planner, the cover, I hated it. Like, I hated it. The colors were not what I liked at all, but the inside, oh my gosh, it was perfect. I picked out the layout that I wanted, and it was a seasonal planner, and it was perfect for me. I absolutely loved it. So that was the one thing that I took away from my one video that I watched about choosing a Happy Planner for myself the very first time. And I hope that you're able to take away something from this video, even if it's, just one thing that helps you decide to pick out the planner for yourself, because, having a planner definitely makes, it makes my life much easier. I enjoy writing things out and knowing exactly what I'm doing from day to day and week to week and month to month. It just really keeps me focused. And that's what the planner is all about. So I hope that this helps you out, and I would love to hear about it. Please be sure to subscribe to my channel, hit that notification bell. That way you won't miss any of my content. Also, I am on Instagram at It's a Wonderful Plan, so be sure to follow me there because I do post things there that you do not see here on my YouTube. And I will post my spreads from, all of my different layouts, and I do it pretty regularly. So if you're looking for ideas or how to actually, put a layout together, then please check me out there as well. Thank you so much for joining me today. Happy planning. Bye.